Wow, you know, we did a pretty good job here. We managed to go ahead and remove literally mountains of trash. I've still got a ton of experience points to be able to go ahead and upgrade our vac and do even better for the sake of nature. And I finally found where we needed to go ahead and repair the geyser control. Like, who tries to control a geyser? I mean, well, to be honest, there's actually some people who are able to make really powerful, like, sources of energy from geyser controls, but still. But hello everyone and welcome back to Fresh Start, where we go ahead and we see how if we just put a little bit of TLC into tackling huge projects one step at a time, we too can transform the world and have unexpected surprises like lots and lots of lovely plants and plenty of adorable animals go ahead and thrive as a result. Also, we just have fun along the way of the journey by answering a bunch of your guys' questions and some fun Q&A-ness. So we're actually going to be heading off to the new area, and then I'm going to be diving into some of the questions that have been left, and many of these, once again, are from our wonderful patrons. I promise I will dig through and I actually will compile and collect a bunch of the questions that you guys leave in comments as well, because I love this, and I actually am still a sucker for Q&A series. Can I? Okay, I was gonna laugh if I could actually vacuum and recycle this trash, but there's literally a dead fish in there, so I mean, I guess you could use that in some compost, but I think we're gonna go ahead and rescue some pandas now. So let's pop over there. Dear friend, the great flood has hit our beloved park, and the damage is quite unbearable. It is so bad that even fish have left. Please help us. Just don't get bamboozled by those pandas while cleaning around. Have a fantastic time. I love the puns. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and restore all of this area to some beauty. Oh my gosh, they're cherry trees. Okay, I'm very excited about that. And we're gonna go ahead and appreciate the fact that this place is really pretty, or it's going to be, because we're gonna tackle it one step at a time. And also, oh my gosh, this is bamboo. Wow, how do I clean? Do I need to clean the water? All right, that's gonna take me a little moment to figure out how we can like purify the water, but I'm sure we'll get there. There we go, there we go. Oh, and then before we start, I probably want to go ahead, maybe get a bigger water tank. And then, oh, and we can't access the mystery thing at the tippy top, but that's okay. Let's do better power hoover, and then maybe a better cleaner sensor. And, oh yeah, that's better. Now I can actually really see some of the plants we can work on. Oh my gosh, and they'll actually continue to glow for us for a little while. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Can I reach that one from here? I cannot. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna make this place so beautiful. Even though it looks like a gigantic mess right now, even though you too may have something in your life that feels like a gigantic mess right now, we're gonna tackle it one step at a time. So let's go through these questions one step at a time. And the very first question actually is one that made me smile because it was asked by so many people, particularly Sunshine Astra 22, Derply, and Panda over on our wonderful Patreon Discord. And what was my favorite series I've ever recorded on the channel, if you could choose one? That was such a sweet question because I think many of you guys will probably have like favorites of our adventures that we've gone on. And I mean, it can be a little tricky for me to answer because honestly, oh, there's a baby! There's like a panda with a baby over here! Oh, we've got to clean this place up for the baby, that's for sure. But it can actually be a really tricky question for me to answer because, yeah, like really my favorite series that I remember just without really thinking very hard about it, my answer would be the ones I had fun while I was creating. Because after making 10,000, almost 11,000 videos, I can say that the ones where I was enjoying the journey of getting there mattered to me the most. Hello, little baby panda. Here, would you like, oh, we got it a tree, or, oh my gosh. Yes, go. Go, wonderful tree bush. Oh, that makes me quite happy that we can actually like plant things for them. But yeah, that would be like my very first thought on responding. It would be that really, now that I think about it, I don't really care about what episodes became really popular or got the most views or anything like that, because the answer to that is ridiculous. The two episodes that have the most views on our channel is the very first episode of Raft, where I almost died to like, well, I did die several times because I literally just jumped off my raft and it floated away. So like the most popular episode we've ever had on our channel with like millions of views is episode 1 of Raft. There's no rhyme or reason or logical sense into why some episodes are really popular and some aren't. So I've never really been very interested in like rating what my favorite series are based off of the outcome. What I rate my favorite series, oh, this is already so much better for the pandas. What I really rate my favorite series on is if I enjoyed the journey of creating them, or if they did something really unique and different where I challenged myself and I'm really proud about who I became after I did those episodes. Like the Warrior Cat series stands out in my mind as something that was really hard for me to create because it required me to do like a lot of roleplay scripting, and it required me to learn how to use certain Sims 3 mods in a certain way. It also required me to learn how to manage a very vocal community fandom. I learned a lot of lessons from that, let's just say. So that's a series I'm really, really proud of having done and really happy with from a technical aspect. But I mean, I remember playing like Equinox. I remember playing, I mean, even Horsehaven, like anything where I was having a fun time while I was creating it makes me happy to remember. But I will say some series definitely stand out as super favorites, like Wilder Myth, The Sims, Zoo Crafting, things that ended up having like emotional resonance that I didn't expect when I first started creating them. I had no idea what zoo crafting was going to grow into. And that's really, I think that's really kind of a secret key. Oh hey, I literally just found a key. That is very ironic. But I think that's one of the secret keys into having been as happy as I have been with my work, is that so many times, because I didn't have these huge expectations that like, oh, I really want this video to do well, or oh, I really want this series to be super popular. Because I didn't have expectations, I was just going on the adventure. And then things happened I didn't expect that were really good, like people falling in love with zoo crafting, or the Warrior Cat series like spawning its own little mini fandom, or Wolf Quest being like such a big hit. Because I didn't expect those things, I think that's what made it so that I was really able to just kind of get extra joy. That was bonus. That was bonus joy. What I hoped for and expected from them while I made them was just that I would be happy. And like, I think that's really important. Yeah, I think that's probably why I could enjoy things. And there have been some series where I expected them to do really well and they didn't. And I only did them because I was focusing on like, oh, I want the numbers to look a certain way. And then the numbers didn't, because you just can't do that with YouTube. Not really. Oh my gosh, have I only been growing this bamboo to like a little bit? Please tell me I've been growing the, okay, good. I've been growing the bamboo all the way up. The times where I have wanted external measurements to be something where I measure if I really enjoyed that series, I have always flopped. I would not suggest that for anybody ever. But the times where I just wanted to really have a lot of fun, or I wanted to challenge myself to like do a bunch of episodes of a certain thing, those have always been really rewarding. And I'm really proud when I look back on them. But yeah, Sims, like if it was just favorite for pure like, oh, what things stand out in my memory as like the things I had the most fun playing, definitely Sims. Definitely, just because I love the stories that Sims have. Oh my gosh. Wow, we've been cleaning so many things. I'm so proud. But I love being able just to roll along with the chaos of The Sims and figure out special ways to like transform and tell the stories. And I loved Wilder Myth and love it so much because I love that kind of organic, never predictable, never the same thing twice roleplay. That's 100% what I'm here for. Like, that's just delightful to me. I love Planet Zoo because it really brought to life so many of the animals that I love on a level where I'm hoping that more and more and more people will be able to appreciate them, care about them, want to try to protect them in this world we share. Yeah, those are the ones that really, like, they made my heart happy to do. And when I look back on that, everything from while I was making it to how I feel about it afterward, even if, like, Wilder Myth is not the most popular thing, but even then, I don't care if it was popular or not, because when I look back on those memories, I just remember, oh, I was really, really happy while I made it. And the Gilded Lily and everybody else from the characters I created meant something to me, and they're still in my mind. I think that's actually the secret to what I enjoy the most. It's the stories where there was a character that I could just really fall for. Not like, oh, I love them the best, but that their story was really compelling to me. Those are the things I'm most satisfied with. That's probably why I keep naming, like, the roleplay series. Because when I can come out of a series, and not only did we end up, like, having fun while we recorded it, but somebody who never existed begins to exist as a character in my life afterward, and is, like, part of the lore of the pixel biology community forever as a result. Those are my favorite series, where we end up coming away with characters or plots or people or Pokemon, even, that live from series to series, and people are like, oh, do you remember Junior's birthday? Oh, do you remember, like, hanging out with the Candy Stealer crew from, like, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu? When we end up creating and then inheriting and then taking with us a character that stays forever and is part of our world and our lore forever as a result of having gone on their adventure, those are my favorite episodes. Yeah, wow, okay, that was a big answer, but, like, the more I talked about it, the more I realized, oh, what it is I love the series the most. Oh wow, that's a weird pile of trash. That go ahead and that give us that give us characters that really come to life and then stay part of our lives forever. Oh my goodness, look at all these pandas. Oh, their little shrine is broken. Oh, I will try to help you guys out. You guys hang in there. All right, let's water these. And then we will go ahead and restore some nature and move on to the next questions that I'll try to answer in a little bit more of a timely manner. Good joke there, Seri. Okay, this is pretty. It's kind of hard to tell the difference this time, but I think the moss got a little more mossy. I think? And, oh yeah, the trees don't look as sad anymore. Huzzah! That's definitely a big improvement. Alright, meanwhile, is there anything else? The power hose to suck things up better. Oh, and we could put the auto sprinklers down. Okay. And then that will take care of growing that. Oh, can I only put it down once? Hey, so then while we're cleaning up, like, a pile, how do I pick it up again? Hello? Oh, there we go. All right, so if I bring the little auto sprinkler over here, and I'm like, hey, take care of this. Nice! We'll be able to go ahead and, like, really get to work with that. And can I upgrade the auto sprinkler? Wow, yeah, okay, so we can even upgrade that little guy. Hey, that's useful! Look at this! Pretty cool, except he's, like, missing one of them. I don't think it goes quite as fast as when we're, like, directly here. But still, nice! He gets this experience. Alright, so moving on to more questions, because I am a rambly goose and probably need to get through some of these. Orbit the Dragon asks, what's my favorite holiday tradition? My favorite holiday tradition is when Chips starts singing holiday Christmas songs. Because he loves Christmas. Like, loves Christmas. And basically, as soon as November hits and people are busy thinking about, like, Thanksgiving and days like that, my beloved husband is, like, already turning on the Christmas music. And to me, that is, like, the tradition that has come to me the most over the years, is just when that time of year comes, because it's just such a, it's his favorite holiday. And Christmas was always kind of a weird holiday for me growing up. Because it could be a little stressful if like there wasn't enough to go around to get everybody gifts. Some people could get really stressed about that. And he's returned it to being something really special for me. He really has. And that's my favorite tradition, is when the holiday songs start. That definitely is it. There's like, you don't do anything for it. It just seems to naturally happen. It's like the way that different birds will start singing different songs at different times of year, and it's just precious and wonderful to me. Oh, and then also we have quite the chatter going on about pets, and have I ever played the game Pets? P-E-T-Z. The answer is yes, when I was much younger. We have had many requests for me to actually go ahead and play Pets, so I'm thinking about doing it. I know that there's apparently a mobile version of like the game Pets that has gotten quite popular. And apparently you can like create and breed your own little creatures, and that immediately just sounds completely relevant to our interests and our life. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't see the username of the person right now who asked about pets. Because it got buried under a lot of people getting very excited talking about the game. But it was something that I used to play, and it's something that is not off the list. Like, I would play it. I just might need to like figure out what time I want to work on that and what projects I might want to do. Alright, and then the next question, let's see. The next question is from Orbit the Dragon. Have I ever tried making a video about my creative process? So have you ever tried making a video about your creative process? I would love to learn more about your story crafting magic. And Orbit the Dragon also asked another question that says, any advice on organized chaos? I feel like you were the queen of organized chaos in your series. So Orbit, I think both those questions kind of go together. A video about my creative process? I have not ever made one because I think I would need to understand my creative process in order to go ahead and like, oh, that was really satisfying. In order to go ahead and like make a video on it. But I can say one of the most important things when it comes to my creative process is that I try not to compare myself to others. I actually, because it's just no fun. It's no fun to compare yourself to others unless you're in a really good mood and you're not comparing to like feel down. You're comparing so that you can go ahead and try to figure out how to make your stuff better or just celebrate what others do. But not comparing myself to others is huge. And that gives me free reign to go ahead and just nurture my creativity however feels right. And let's see, so I'm trying to think how to, like, I'm thinking through my process for the first time. And I think for my creative process, I definitely take a lot of notes now. I keep a lot of notes. I have a journal where I just put down like ideas, and I don't feel like they have to become true. That's actually a big important part of my ideas. Just because I have a creative idea, I used to think, oh, I have an idea for a series, so I absolutely have to make every series. And now, oh boy, that was an exhausting time of life. Literally physically wasn't enough time or energy to be able to do that. So now I kind of, I write down all of my ideas, and I kind of just celebrate like, yeah, that's so cool that my mind has so many ideas and I don't have to worry about forgetting them or not doing them because I have written them down. Oh wait, I think yeah, over here. Because I have written them down in this book and I can come back to them in the future if I need to. That's not really about my creative process though. Gosh, I've never really thought about it. The answer tends to be show up and have fun and just squeak about the things that I think are exciting, like the beautiful little tea trees here. Playfulness. I think nurturing a sense of playfulness has also been one of the most important things I could do. Not judging myself while I go ahead. Ooh, that's so cool. There you go, little pandas. Not judging myself while I go ahead and do, doing an episode. I mean, every now and then it's fine to pull back and like kind of evaluate and be like, I don't know, am I really like doing the technical things I want to be doing? But not judging myself for having fun in the way I like to have fun. is a huge part of my creative process. Like, that's why I say, if you're not here for the roleplay, I don't know why you're here, but I do hope you're having a good time, because I love the roleplay of it. And that's probably the secret sauce, as we restore a little more nature, is... Oh, wow. Ducks! Hello, little ducks! You guys are so cute! Oh my gosh. But that's probably the secret, is that I love stories. And so what I'll do is I will enter into a world and just kind of follow my curiosity, and I will ask myself, is there a story that I could bring to life here? And if the answer is yes, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yay, now it's even more green! The curse has been lifted. Basically, is there a story or a story I could make about this world, the situation, the thing I am doing that would make me excited and that would make me happy? And hello, little ducks, you guys are everywhere now. And that's the first thing I work on. And that's the thing that I think adds the most excitement, because a lot of people think it's just, oh, I missed a tree. It's just about, like, I don't know, showing up and playing a video game. But it's really about bringing a story to life. And it's really about being able to show up and do something that's fulfilling for myself and that feels good. And I'm like, I got something out of that for me. And I think when I focus on that, then it naturally ends up becoming that the people who join me on the adventure also got something from it. Even if I had no idea on how to, like, set out to do that on purpose. And that actually answers Blaze's question, which was the next and final question of the day, which is, would you consider making a video about your Sims 4 playstyle with the random generators, or one where you go through the process? And I probably could actually do that, to just go through the process with you guys one day. The basic answer on, like, my Sims 4 generators is whenever I'm stuck, because I'm like, I don't feel like there's much of a story here, then make some conflict. Make it a little harder for my Sims somehow. Roll a dice to see exactly how hard it is, or if they were really successful. And then ask yourself, what's the story here? The story that could engage me, that could make me feel like, oh, my Sim is doing such a good job, or what seems to fit their personality. Seek out the story. That would be my advice. But alright guys, we've done it! We have tidied up another place. I have rambled once again. You know, there's just no easy way to explain a creative process, and there's not really any easy way to explain the gooseness that is my mind. But I think follow the story, stay curious, don't judge yourself, celebrate fun, be able to just be kind. Oh, the fishies are back, yes! Be able to be happy and excited about what you find in life, and the rest tends to fall in place. It really does. Also, read a lot of books, because that's where I get my inspiration for, like, some stories. Not, like, lifting the plot lines, just the more you roll around in somebody else's creativity, the more you start having little creative sparks of your own. That's what joy and creativity, and actually all emotions, good or bad, are, to me, are like little embers or little seeds that you can share between each other. So stay around the places where you feel like you're going to be able to get lots of creative seeds. Don't copy, but, like, just seeds. I mean, heck, copy if it helps you just get the seeds planted and then your own unique ideas going. And be wary of staying around places where you end up comparing yourself or taking on seeds of negativity, or people saying that your version of success or joy or happiness or fun is stupid or boring or wrong. And just focus on cultivating what makes you happy. So, that feels like such a non-answer, but it is an answer from the heart. And I just realized that the lotuses are blooming! Ah, that makes me want to work on, like, making more lotus rivers and lotus gardens in the rivers around, like, Zudesia, and I love it. So alright guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Do please leave your questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!